What's up, guys, and welcome back to another REFSIX weekly vlog. This week, it's Friday. I've been on holiday for the last 10 days. I went to Denmark, didn't have a game, and then went on holiday to Tenerife. So I haven't refereed in the better part of a month now. So it's going to be a bit, say, strange to, I don't know, it feels weird being back in sort of match day mode. I haven't really kept myself in tip-top shape. I've got a line tomorrow at Burgess Hill. So I'm going to take you through a match day. I'm hoping to get out for a run today and just see if or maybe in the gym or something, just to see if I can get going again. That's really about it so far. So basically, what I'm going to take you through is, if I go to the gym today, I'll see you later today. If not, I'll take you for a full match day tomorrow. And like I said, it's back at Burgess Hill where we refereed the Ishmael League game, but now I'm on the line, so it's going to be a bit different. I don't know. It's going to be weird seeing how the managers react, because obviously you don't tell them that you're normally a level 4. You just sort of tell them that you're good enough to do the game. So it might be interesting to see for them to see me go back on the line. In terms of everything else, I feel great. You know, we've been to Denmark. We refereed in Denmark, as I'm sure you've seen in another vlog. So yeah, it's just about getting back into it now. I have my first middle back on the 30th of October, which will be a bit strange, I think. I just need to get myself back into it. So I'm going to do 6-a-side on the Monday, just to see if I can get my eye back in. But other than that, I still feel pretty good. I'm feeling very recharged and ready to go again. It's just feeling a bit weird back into football after a month. So yeah, come along with me and I'm sure we'll enjoy the ride as always. See ya. Right, so it's 10 a.m. and it's match day. I wasn't able to go to the gym yesterday. The day just sort of got away from me, and it got to about 9 o'clock. And I was like, look, if I put in a session now, my legs aren't going to be fresh for tomorrow. And obviously, today is the key day, really. I haven't been training for the better part of, like, properly for maybe 3 weeks now. So it's about, you know, resetting and going again Monday, I think. And that'll be best for me. So I'll get through today. And I'll obviously line for the normal dudes, the Sunday League team tomorrow, and then basically hit back Monday. So I'll take you through what I plan on doing, just so it gives me a little bit of accountability as well, because I'll take you through the Loxwood middle as well, because I've got no midweeks. So we'll take you all through that as well, just so you know how I get back into the flow of things, really. It could be a few double sessions in there just to really get myself back into the sort of swing of things. But in terms of today, the weather is looking cold. My fingers are already cold, so chances are gloves. What's the date today? The 23rd of October. And, you know, it's going to be cold. Just for everyone, a little bit of context, here are the dates I've had to close for holidays and for work, because obviously we went to Denmark. So I haven't really had a good run of refereeing now since basically September. This is my first game of the month. So realistically, it's sort of starting again. And with a middle on next Saturday, it's about being, you know, getting back into it as quick as possible, because I'm being assessed next week, being assessed today, I think. I don't know, that could be a question for another hour. But yeah, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for an early pre-match walk to wake up, stretch my legs, sort of get ready and raring to go, really. And then I'm going to do my pre-match stuff as always. I've got a nice pre-match meal, and I'm going to get my bag ready and raring to go, because I've got to pick the referee up today because he's having car issues. So obviously it's about trying to keep him as calm as possible, really, because he's the one doing all the stuff. I'm going out with a team all from Sussex that are, you know, I like all the guys, so that's great. So it should be a great day, and I come along and I look forward to showing it with you. So the time is 12:05. I've been for my walk. I filled the car up with petrol, because once again, I lost petrol roulette with myself and I haven't been using the car for a while. So lunch is going to be quite nice today. So basically what it is firecracker noodles, so spicy noodles with chicken, baby sweet corn, and I think that's mange too. So as always, plenty of carbs, a bit of protein in there, should keep me going, which is nice. So I'm going to eat this now, go pack my bag, last minute as always, and then I probably, by the time that is, go and pick up the referee. So the next time I see you, I'll be packing my bag. See you in a sec. So it's kit bag check time. I haven't actually looked at this bag for a while, so I've literally thrown it all on the bed. It's been a bit of a weird one. It's the FA badge today, so that's basically it. That's the only real change to what it is normally. It's the Famile badge, because it's a line on the Ishmael League. So as always, The new boots are here, so I'm going to give these a run on the line, see what they're like, because I've only used them in the middle. The Under Armours are in here just in case. That's spare kit that I haven't really touched yet. Towel, tabs, pen, hand gel, because obviously COVID's on the rise. Water bottle to fit the tab in. We've got socks, a spare pair of socks. The match kit for today, which is the Famar badge, and undershorts, under top, as well as warm-up top, warm-up mid-layer because it's getting cold. And because it's getting cold and it's October now, I've got my long sleeve Under Armour. We'll see if it comes out today. My fingers are already cold. And match shorts. The weather isn't looking particularly bad today, so I'm only going to bring one of each. I haven't packed my hairbands yet, so I need to find them. And I found this Refresh boot spray because my boots smell pretty bad afterwards. So we'll see if this is actually... It smells all right so far, but we'll see if it actually holds. Like I said, the weather looks all right, so it should be okay in terms of dampness, rain. It's just, I reckon, going to be slightly colder than normal because obviously I've been in the sun. Denmark was mildly warm, and I haven't refereed since, really. So I've got my under socks as well, which I haven't shown. So that's the kit bag today. I'm going to pack all this stuff up, get changed into my grey tracksuit with the green, because that's the only one I've got with the Famara badge on. Everything else is Sussex branded, and I know they get a little bit more touchy when you wear sort of your Sussex logo with a non-Sussex team, because they always think a little bit, you know, is there bias, is there not? So it just cuts out all that rubbish. So yeah, I'm going to pack this up, and basically, what's the time now? past. I've got to leave the house at 10 to 1. So yeah, I've got 20 minutes to pack this up, chill out for 20 minutes, listen to my pre-match playlist, and off we go. So I will see you probably at the ground. So I'm back from the game. I've quickly jumped in the shower and got ready to go because I'm off out to my mate's house for a curry. But I'll explain that in a bit. So in terms of the game, it really was quite boring today. For the first half, one team attacked down the other end, and for the second half, they switched it around and the other team attacked down the other half. So I didn't really do too much, to be quite honest. It was nice to go out with a different referee, somebody I know quite well, but I've never been out of him before. Good team. The assessor seems pretty happy with us. So I'm going to have a debrief tomorrow, and I'll take you through that. But I gave one offside in the 92nd minute and one free kick for a handball. Realistically, nothing really happened to me today, so it was quite tough because I felt after about 65 minutes, I was like, oh, what am I doing? Like, I felt my mind drifting, so it was about switching back on. Luckily, I have a spare hairband, so I flick my hairband, it sort of snaps me back into things. So that was really the game. It was about being switched on, and it is tough in those situations. There might be a little bit of footage. I'm going to scroll through it and see if there's anything noteworthy from me, and I can chat through it, because I know we haven't done a sort of line video for a while, but that's obviously a different story. In terms of my legs, the inside of my groins, because obviously the crabbing seemed a bit strange today, and they're quite tired, so running the line tomorrow will be interesting. But basically, I'm going to run that line. That's going to be my active recovery. And then when I close this vlog off for the next one, I'm going to take you through every training session this week, how I feel and all of that stuff, to try and re-kickstart my training again. Really, I'm going to really sort of throw myself into it, have a heavy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe just a few lighter sessions to make sure that I'm ready and fully fit for Saturday is the plan. So tomorrow's an active recovery day. I'm going to run the line and I'm going to go for a quick cycle because the weather's going to be somewhat nice, and I need to pick up my bike. So yeah, that's been the game today in terms of, I'll tell you how much better I feel tomorrow after I've had a chat with the assessor. But it feels good to be back. The weather was great, long sleeves as always, because it's October and I'm very, very tired. Very, very cold, sorry. I'm not feeling too tired. I felt like I could last 90 minutes, which is obviously great. I've retained my fitness. And yeah, now I'm off to have a nice wind down evening with my mates, catch up with them, see how their games got on. And it's going to be nice and a chilled evening, really. The F1's on tonight, which is obviously something helps me wind down on. So yeah, so far so good. Great evening ahead of me and a nice chilled one. So obviously that's important. And I will take you through tomorrow. And then, like I said, hopefully the assessor is nice to me, even though I didn't do anything. So we'll never know. He might have said I might not have been in line. So there's a few things that could happen. So yeah, I will enjoy the rest of the evening and then I will speak to you guys tomorrow. See you in a bit. Okay, so today we're going to do something slightly different. As I said, we've got no match clips and we were assessed today on the line, and it's not something that gets covered too much in sort of generic topics in terms of, you know, we talk about these assessments and Hassan's gone over one or two, but obviously at level 4 you get a different criteria, you get a different spreadsheet or a different observation sheet really. So I thought that we'd go through what I got on the line really. I've got no issue sharing my lines. It's a bit different in terms of we get 3 sections. Each one is about supporting the referee and our main duties. So if we look at the first section, which is obviously our bread and butter, offsides, the first one is concentration levels to provide an accurate advice and judgment. So what happens is if there is a blue comment in the box underneath, it means that it's above standard expected, which is for me great. So he said you always show good concentration facing the field at all times and you were not distracted from the task or influences by players or spectators. Obviously this was an Ishmael League game at Burgess Hill, so there was a crowd of about 400 people, so that, you know, can spill over. You can get sort of gypped from the crowd and players influencing your decisions, subs warming up behind you sometimes. So this is always good that the observers pick this up as well. So if there isn't a comment in the box, as you can see on 1.3, which is use time to ensure advice is accurate, uses time to, yeah, whatever that means. If there's no comment in that, it means you're just given standard expected, which is fine. You know, there's no dramas there. You can't have everything above standard expected. You know, we like to, but these are the ways that we can learn and find that extra 1% by analysing these with our coaches and with each other. So for the second one, demonstrate a good understanding of the laws of the game in terms of active and passive situations. So for offside, this is a non-offside if, you know, the quick cross comes in, or the crossover, sorry, not a quick crosser. The crossover happens and you've got a judge, so you have to do the walk in the dog signal. So this enables us to get extra marks for obviously not giving offsides. Or for example, if the player's offside but the ball's zipped onto the keeper and you keep your flag down, we're told a lot sometimes is less is more, and that allows us to keep our flag down, allow play to continue, and the referee can give us a thumbs up. Sometimes we're buzzing down low so he knows that we know we've given an offside, depending on what the referee wants you to do in his pre-match talk. Sometimes they don't want you to do anything, sometimes they want you to put the flag up. Realistically, we're told, you know, from our coaches and from assessors, is the only time you should raise your flag in that situation if there's an attacker bearing down on the goalkeeper and it looks like there's going to be a collision. So you get the flag up quickly so that we stop that collision early. The referee can hit the whistle because obviously we're mostly on buzzers then. So the flag goes up nice and quick, the buzz goes, the whistle goes, and it all looks nice and neat and tidy, and we stop that collision. But otherwise, sometimes we just let it run through. The keeper can play around with it, do what he wants, set himself, and then if there is an attacker defending, then we just have to make sure that we go up with it. So section 2 is about how we as an assistant referee support the referee. So the first one is always assess the referee's position, using eye contact before offering any advice. So obviously I got a little blue comment here and he said, you did very well in the 10th minute when the ball went out of play over the shoulder of the away player whilst being challenged for the ball. However, it did look as if the home player touched it last. The referee had a better view and took the correct decision. Your eye contact was throughout. and you both went the same way, it certainly helps not to have an early contentious decision in the game. So what he's talking about is, in the pre-match instructions that we give, and I'm sure we'll cover it properly in a later video, is about what the referee says and does. So sometimes referees say, right, I'm going to lead you in down low and point the way, or I'm going to go across my stomach and point. When you're wearing gloves, that's a little bit more tricky. So as long as you're looking at, we usually split the pitch into thirds. Your third, the middle third, his third, or her third, their third. So this allows us to see who's going to take the lead, who's watching for when the ball comes out of play then. And basically what you do is you either give a shake if you think it's going one way, or he'll be like, no, I'm going this way, and the referee in this case went quickly, and that's absolutely fine. I then just follow him up, and it's all about making sure you know where the referee is at all times. Realistically, the ball should be between you and the referee. That's his positioning or her positioning to get across. And as long as you go up at the same time, like the referee in this instance was great in terms of he made sure the ball was between me and him at all times, and we were able to go nice and easily, nice and effectively. And then the next two are demonstrates an understanding of the laws of the game and provide correct advice. Standard expected. I think I gave 1 free kick, so, and has the confidence to offer advice when it's required in terms of management of the game, taking the lead both on-field infringement and off-field technical area personnel. So this one here is more suited for whoever the assistant referee is on the far side from me. So I was junior line, it's called, and senior line. This one's benefited more here, like how you take the subs, dealing with the technical area. So usually you find that if you're running the junior line will be assessed, your marks will be slightly lower than the senior line. If you both have a good game, obviously if one of you has a stinker, then it is what it is. But if you both have a very solid game, get every decision right, the chances are they will get a few more marks because they have this, dealing with the technical area, dealing with the subs, off the field stuff that they have to contend with. So there's a little bit more chance for them to get a few more marks, which is, it is what it is. That's why nowadays we have these specialist liners at level 4, and if there's ever an assessor there, they have to go on the far side and deal with the subs, because obviously that's where they can get their extra marks from, and they can get promoted on the line and we can't, because I'm a dual still. And so obviously you have that decision which can affect your mark, but it's nothing too major, and it's just something you learn to accept. So the final section is generic skills. So it's mainly about how you as an assistant operate. So the first one is clear signals and above standard expected, which is always nice to see. It means my signals were good. He said I'm very clear, holding the flag, giving the correct decision. Examples, offside on the 90th minute, I only gave 1 in the whole game and he picked that up. Throw-ins on 10, 25, free kicks, I only gave 1 free kick, but I joined in on 2, which means, sometimes just to give the referee that little bit of credibility, flag, and then if it's close enough to you, the big question you have to ask yourself is, if I was the referee, would I want this flag? And if the answer is yes, then get involved. And if the answer is no, then don't get involved. It just makes life a little bit easier in terms of decision making, where that's how I think about it. Does the referee want this? Would I want this? And if the answer is no, then you don't get involved. Like I said, we're told less is more. So correctly positioned to make accurate decisions and able to sprint and retain position. It's quite hard to show your fitness on the line. You've got to put in some rapid sprints, and don't get me wrong, I know some rapid linos that get the same mark here. So you just have to wait and see, really. It's sometimes they pick up on it, sometimes they don't. Obviously, the idea of the assessor is he's still there for the referee, and so they're not so heavily focused on you. There's 2 lines to watch, and their obviously main focus is the referee. So we have to be prepared to sort of sacrifice that they may not have seen your big sprint, because they'll be looking at the referee's big sprint as well. Because if you're sprinting quickly, the chances are the referee in the middle is sprinting very quickly as well. 3.3 is taking up a square position on field, keeping level with the second rearmost defender with an effective sideways movement along the touchline, displaying positive body image, language. So this basically means that, are you crabbing up and down, side to side? Are you sort of making sure that you're always up with the second rearmost defender, because it's not the last defender, because it can be declared as the keeper. And we're just going through these sort of motions of, at a corner, are you watching the corner as well as looking along, and has the defender dropped back, making sure that you're always moving and always keeping an eye on the line, and basically sideways on as well. So I've got this wide angle view, whereas if I'm turned like this, then I'm only seeing a little bit and more down here. Whereas if I'm open up, I can see everyone. The chances are I can see both goalkeeper and the halfway line, whereas my remit basically is. And this obviously makes our decisions more credible, and displays self-control, calm, assertive body language, responds effectively to game-changing tempo. This wasn't a very game-changing. This game was quite boring, like I said in the vlog. So, standard expected is quite good. In all honesty, my line marks is something that I haven't really monitored too much this year, of just quite simply due to the fact that I've been very heavily focused on being in the middle, and I just haven't, it's not something that I've looked at doing a lot. I don't train to be a lines assistant referee, and if I get promoted and I start doing it on the conference more, then yeah, I'll probably put not more effort in. I think that's unfair to say, but maybe another training session in about sideways movement and something, and sprinting, a few more sprint sessions. But I find it quite difficult these marks don't really go anywhere for us, as far as I'm aware. They might help you get maybe a playoff at the end of the year, but I don't know where they really go. So I've been focused very much on refereeing, and I haven't had many of these assessments for the line really either, so I don't really know what a good mark is. But so just like Hassan's assessment, if you've watched that, if not, go watch it. He breaks down his middle really well. So we've got the mark breakdown. So obviously each category is weighted. These are all weighted the same. So I got 29 in generic skills, 21.5 in support of the referee, and offside 22, which gives me an above standard mark, I think, of about 72.5. I think that's about just above average. I think average is between 72 and 72.25. So at the end of the day, this is great. It's a good mark to get. I think my average for the year is about 72.75 in terms of the middle. So it's just about looking into it and trying to find those little fine margins. So could I have, got involved with a few more free kicks? Maybe, maybe not. You look at these and it helps us find the 1%. And I'm getting assessed on Saturday at Loxwood. And if there's any match footage, I'll go through the match footage. And if there's not, I'll go through the assessment, because I'm getting assessed then as well. And we can really dig into about these extra 1% that we all talk about. So how can we find an assessment? A lot of these are, you're very focused on the line. These are great. There are a couple of marks. I think it's picked up on the now. It's a good mark. Alright, hesitate one, and then we go again. And then join my line. So I'm really yeah, that's been my second goal on the line. Did you do this? Give us a new thing. I said, let's go and go through this stuff. There was a lot, and then people hit the work and maybe we've got a whole video of the punch. Right now, is even more again. Yeah, so we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it's 10 a.m. on a Sunday, just done at 6 on. So that's here. I thought I'd sort of stretch my legs after the way they felt yesterday. I just didn't feel particularly good. So I got, just felt tired. So, I said I was going to kick start Monday. Well, I decided to push it up a day and kick start today. Basically, I'm only running along, but I thought I needed to stretch, get going, clear my head. I've got an assessor chat as well, so I'll talk through that. but I don't think it'll be too major. Like I said yesterday, I'm not worried about that. A lot of it was just getting going again and really set myself up for the week. So I'm going to go run the line at this game here. I don't really know what they're setting up, but I'm not doing it. So I'm going to run the line here and I'll chat to you after that and let you know how the ref got on. So yeah, 6k, like I said, I put the stats up. Nothing too fancy, nothing major, and we go again. Let's do this. Right, so it's been a bit of a whirlwind morning. So obviously I ran 6k earlier, you saw the stats, and then the referee didn't show up to the game, so I ended up refereeing the Sunday League team. Obviously it's a bit different because obviously then you got to warn the team like obviously part of this team, I'm registered for this team, so do you mind? Obviously then you say, look, I referee on the county league and line on the Ishmael league. I'll be very impartial. It's and they were like, yeah, fine. So I refereed the game and it was actually quite a good game. Had to manage it a little bit because it was a top of the table clash, so it was good. I'll put my REFSIX stats here. I ended up running 10k, so I'll put them here, but I won't go too much into detail about the game. I'm sure we'll do a Sunday League special at some point soon. But yeah, so I ended up doing that, and then I had to go pick up my bike, which was left at somebody's house, or my grandma's house. So here's the cycle for that. So I said I wanted to kickstart getting back into the swing of things. So all the weight that I've probably put on through holidays, through Denmark, have probably been shred off today alone, which is absolutely fine. So it's been a whirlwind Sunday. It's not really the active recovery I was after. Luckily I only lined yesterday and I haven't got a game midweek. So next vlog will be me sort of battling, getting back into the swing of things, making sure that my legs are okay and I'm sort of mentally sharp. So that's going to be great. So that's the end of this vlog. Thanks for all the support as always. We love doing these. I love doing these. I think they're great. And whatever happens at the end of the season, it's always good to look back on them. So it's great that you guys love them as well. If there's anything you want to see in these vlogs, anything different from me, anything different from Hassan, let us know in the comments. Email me at john@REFSIX, tweet us at REFSIX, and follow us on Instagram at REF6. We're now on TikTok as well, so we're REF61, so go follow us on TikTok and let us know what kind of content you want to see there. But thanks for all the support. As always, please like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next week. Bye.